guys, it's Melanie and you're watching The Outdoor Plan. So today's video is going to be about tips for going backpacking and how to prepare. So first I want to talk about making sure that you're aware of the dangers of the hike. You want to be able to identify the different snakes and plants that could be dangerous to you, like poison ivy with the 3 leaves and venomous snakes with triangular heads. You want to be able to know and identify what's dangerous and what's not. Second, you want to make sure that you make plans to hike with a parent or buddy. You don't want to be alone if you happen to get lost or need medical attention. You want someone to be with you for that because it's always safer. And you also want to plan around the harsher temperatures. So if you're backpacking, you don't want to go in the middle of the summer. I would try to go more like the beginning of the summer, like the end of spring. And if you do end up getting a lot of heat in the middle of the day, I would just make sure to take a lot of breaks. Also, you want to make sure that you're in shape and that you are experienced enough to go on the hike that you're choosing. If you're not confident in either of those things, I would just choose a beginner hike, but you don't want to be overworking yourself or anything like that. And also, when you're packing, you'll always want to remember to be lightweight. Remember that the weight that you pack you'll be carrying that for a while, and you don't want to weigh yourself down too much. But for packing wise, the first thing you want to do is make sure you have all the right clothes. For pants, I wouldn't recommend like jeans or anything like that. I would recommend artificial material, and like if you have pants that zip off into shorts, those are always good. You want a lot of pockets if you can get them, but make sure that the quality is good. And for your first base layer for a t-shirt, I would bring like you can have a short sleeve or long sleeve t-shirt. Like long underwear shirts, those are good. If you want moisture wicking material and you want it to be light. If you don't have anything like that, you can bring a t-shirt, but I wouldn't recommend bringing a t-shirt as your first choice. The second thing you want to do, you want to make sure that you have a fleece, or like sometimes I have 2 layers if it's cold, but you want to have insulating layers. So fleece is good, and those thermal or down jackets, those are always good too. And then your third layer would be a shell to ward off the elements. So if like a raincoat, that's where that would come in to keep out the rain. Or if it's really windy, you can use that raincoat for the same purpose. And then the next thing you want, make sure that you have sunscreen and bug spray. You want a good SPF for sunscreen and bug spray to keep out the bugs. Look for the DEET ingredient, that's DEET, and you want that to be about 20 to 30%. You also want comfortable shoes. I would recommend hiking boots. Merrell and like Vask, those are good companies. If you don't have any hiking boots yet, you can use sneakers, but if you want to be serious, I recommend investing in some hiking boots. Also, you're going to need lots of water. I would recommend bringing 1.5 to 3 liters of water. So you can bring water bottles, or you can also bring reservoirs, like the Camelback. Those are good. They store your water and they distribute the weight, and they have the tube. I have one of those and I love it. It keeps me drinking and it keeps me healthy, so I don't get tired too quickly, because it's easier to reach. If you have it there, you'll drink. A lot of the time, if you have a water bottle packed away, you might not stop all the time to drink water, or you might forget. The next thing you want a proper day pack. I have my day pack. Mine is Osprey. I like it a lot. It's got a lot of compartments. You can see here. And it's nice and deep. This is like, I think it's 3 to 5 days, and it's very good. And here's where you would put your sleeping bag. If you have a compass or anything like that, and carabiners, you can never go wrong with them either. And this is good. You can store stuff up here too. Very nice. And if you have your backpack, You also want a rain cover. Some of them will come with a rain cover, but some won't, so you make sure you want to buy that too. And then you also want like a bandana or a piece of cloth. This is about the right size. You can use this if you get like hot or anything like that, and you can dip it in water and put it on your head. And you can also, in case of emergency, can like just wipe up blood or anything like that. If it gets to that, you shouldn't. It's not very likely. But yeah, and the next thing you want to do is you want a condensed first aid kit. So as you can see, I didn't pack my first aid kit. I packed like the most important things. I think I have some ibuprofen in here for headaches, and then like spray and bandages and stuff. So you don't want to bring your whole thing, because remember, you want to be lightweight. The next thing, I would recommend bringing hiking poles if you feel that you need them. I don't personally use hiking boots, or hiking poles, rather, because I don't go on that tough of trails right now, where I need them, and I'm pretty experienced. Where other people might need them, I'm completely fine. I'm also very light. But if you think you need hiking poles, I would recommend those. And also some gloves. Gloves are good. And a hat for clothing if it gets cold. Those are always good. And then hiking socks and sock liners that go like, so 2 layers of hiking socks. Those are very insulating and those are good. They provide support inside the shoe. I would also bring a knife. I have like a Swiss Army knife. It's right here. Okay. I have a Swiss Army knife. It's got the many tools, and it's just simple. If you need to defend yourself, or if you need to like cut something, like a rope or something, I would use this. A knife is very practical. And then also some Ziploc bags. As you can see, I just have a bag of like bags. Because remember, you don't want to be throwing any trash into the woods. If it didn't come from the woods, you don't want to put it back into the woods. So there are a number of things you can use Ziploc bags for. You also want to bring a headlamp or a flashlight if you don't have a headlamp, but I recommend getting a headlamp because it lets you use both your hands, and you can works very well if you just want to look places and it goes where you want. So you're gonna need some flashlight of some sort, and headlamps are good. You also want a tent. So I have a tent here. It's a backpacking tent. You want to make sure that if you're going backpacking, I would recommend a backpacking tent because they're designed to be lightweight and fit inside your backpack. This is nice. This is an Agnes one. I got it from REI. You're going to need to have a footprint. This is just kind of like a tarp to go under your tent. You'll need one of those too. And then to put in your tent, you're going to need a sleeping bag to sleep in. So, you know what a sleeping bag looks like probably, but you just want a backpacking sleeping bag to keep it lightweight, because remember, you have to, there's like this much room, so you don't want to take up too much room with your sleeping bag, because they're very big, as you know. And then inside the sleeping bag, if it's cold, I would get like a liner. This is a sleeping bag liner. And it's just kind of an insulating layer inside. It's very thin, but it adds, I think it makes the sleeping bag, a lot warmer. So these are very effective and they work nicely. And then you also want your sleeping pad. So I have a Thermalite sleeping pad. This is very good. You sleep on it under your sleeping bag. This is good. This is Thermarest. and it goes in this bag. It is this big, and it's pretty condensed. So, and it self-inflates. That's very good because it does not take up a lot of room at all. And also, you're gonna need to keep clean. So I have this camp soap. The camp soap is good, and you'll need to use water. This is all-purpose. You don't need to shower that much. If you're backpacking, you won't really be showering, but you can wash your dishes with this and anything. You can brush your teeth too, and it's biodegradable. Also, hand sanitizer is good. If you just need to like run off the trail and you're backpacking, use the bathroom, come back, sanitize your hands. That's always good. But also talking about using the bathroom, if you go number 2, you might need a shovel. So that's something that you need to pack. This isn't that good of a shovel. I think there's smaller ones, but I would bring this in a plastic bag, and you can just shovel some dirt, use the bathroom and shovel some dirt over it, because you don't want to be too like wasteful or anything. And then also I have a lighter, so you'll need to start some fires to keep yourself warm at night. And then you'll need to have some cooking supplies. And first I have I have 2 cups. They're pretty small and they fold into each other. And then I have these titanium sporks. Those are good. They're reusable and they'll last a really long time. I recommend investing in those. Also, I have some pots and pans. So you can open this and there's more in there. And these are good. But yeah. And then you have your stove. So my stove is a car camping stove, but I would recommend bringing a backpacking stove because this uses a lot of room, but it's propane fueled, and you basically screw this in and then you would put, you would heat things up here. There's a flame. And yeah, you would heat the pots on top and you can boil your water there. But I think that's all you need to bring on your hiking trip. So good luck hiking and see you later, guys.